If we look at India's oil sardine story, especially in Kerala, landings dropped sharply from over 3 lakh tons in 2011 to almost 13,000 tons in recent years. But at the same time, we know sardines are highly abundant and also volatile, climate driven, highly influenced by environmental factors. They have also these boom and bust cycles. So, how should we understand this decline?
Uh, if you look it into lens of science, you will understand it has been misconceptions and lack of representation of our industry, which paved the way for this MLS, permanent MLS on our industry. See, during 2016, we had an El Nino. Most of the stocks declined. It is not only the sardine, the science behind it. When you deep dive into biology of this fish ecosystem, you see that sardines are never affected by the fishing efforts. Yes, MLS can be put only as a complement or secondary measure, not the permanent, stringent or the first. But there was no organization to ask why and how. And once they put it temporarily, but they have continued it. But IMI has been asking this. So the situation there was the decline was due to policy gap, not because of fishing, fish meal industry or fishermen. When there were signs of El Nino, it was the responsibility of our scientific body to inform the fishers that there is a situation where we need to control our efforts. It continued, fishing continued, we never knew it, the outcome was decline. But see, when you see the whole last 50 years data, there has never been a decline. Only when El Nino is there is a decline. That means we need to advance it. Proper managements are required. Our science and research has to come forward. Inform the industry, inform the fishers, inform the boat owners that this species, this period is going to get affected. Then we can ask them to reduce the landing, catch only half of what is available, like quota system what is used in Peru. These are the measures. The measures are not in place, but we will see soon that this kind of anomaly doesn't happen again. But you saw later on 16th there was a boom bust. This species recovered. By 19th there was one more La Nina or something, but I am not sure exactly. La Nina affects in a different way. Too much of monsoon, rain, floodings, that also had affected in 2019. But now recent graph shows that there is a good incline in sardine, and it is also proving that it recovers very fast. It has boom bust. We need to study more on this species, and you can see when you calculate 2011, when you say 2011, what was our fish meal production? It was 100,000 ton. Today we are producing from the same location, we are producing 550,000 tons plus around 0.6 million. That clearly is evident that we are below the sustainable yield, and it is recovering very fast. And we need more insights from the researchers and scientific bodies and the government to understand this, not just simply putting stringent bans. Why MLS cannot be put on this? I have read so many articles, even so many conventions of UNFAO. They clearly says that this species cannot be put on MLS. The reason is they come in shoals. big smalls are together. You cannot separate it. When you harvest it, you will have big and small. Again, there will be a challenge of juveniles. So, also, these species mostly do not reach their spawning period because it all depends on the food resource available. Then what happens is, if there is limited resource, if it is too big now, we are not catching it, we are holding it, that means resource depreciates very fast. Then it migrates in search of food. When resource depreciates, malnutrition and weakness, and most of the fish die. And also, if we do not harvest it when it is in our waters, it it dies. It is very short lived. It is not like a demersal species, like which spawns after 4 years of its life, and lives up to 10 years. We need to understand the biology, we need to understand the science behind it. And this fish, see, when I started working on fisheries improvement program, I got so much interest. I have almost studied 70, 80 articles on small pelagics. It is not only sardine, anchoveta, then scad, then mackerel. These are all single family, and they all climate driven. So let us not say that 2000 decline was due to overfishing. No, 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 no.
Okay.
Even the certification agencies like Marine Trust, MSC, they never say that sardine is unsustainable. They say that responsible sourcing. That means be more responsible. As I said, early warnings, regulations in place, control the harvest when there is any situation like El Nino. This is what they are telling. They are not telling that you are unsustainable. We are taking it in a wrong way. Even Marine Trust clearly says that if you do not be responsible, maybe you will lose this fish, which I don't think so. We will lose it because it is spread across the coast in Arabian Ocean. So El Nino might be affecting southwest coast, but northeast coast the species will be there. And recently I had an argument, and I learned that sardine in Indian waters is same as sardine in Oman, oil sardine. So that clearly shows that how much it is been spread over in this ocean. So sustainability is not a concern. This fish is there since Egyptian, still there. I read somewhere during Egyptian period they used to catch sardine, ground it, and feed it to chicken. That same sardine is still there. There is no major decline, and it also spawns multiple times in a season. And harvesting is the right strategy. You are losing the opportunity, one thing, then it is migrating or dying, and when they die they spoil the ocean beds with the carcass and ammonia formation, oxygen depletion. I've learned so many things, but I'm not a scientist to tell you deep into it. But there is a resource, we need to understand more about it, learn it. And our industry, fish meal industry, is never telling that do not use it for human. See, our mode, see how it works is, it is abundant and the landings are very big, and consumption comes first, human comes first. This is our priority. We support this.